Creatine is one of the biggest supplements that everyone wants to know about. It's pretty popular, but people still want to learn about it to this day and still haven't used it to this day. And I actually just started using it a couple months ago. So I'm going to explain to you guys some of the side effects and pretty much all the main things you guys need to know that way you can be successful with creatine. The first thing that I think everyone should know about creatine is that creatine is not a steroid. There's no, drug enhancement in creatine. The only thing that's really happening is that you're kind of getting water bloating. So when you get water bloating, it'll make you be able to lift a little bit more weight and recover faster. But you're not actually just taking creatine and then sitting down and gaining muscle, or there's no crazy thing like that, like an actual steroid would give to you. Now, let's just go into some things like what creatine actually does. The main thing that you need to know is that creatine pretty much just regenerates ATP, which helps you get stronger and helps you recover faster. You can actually lift more weight under a barbell, or you can recover faster for the next workout. That actually help you build more muscle. So it's not actually just building muscle for you, it's just helping you regenerate faster, get stronger, put more load under the muscle to break down more tissue, regenerate faster. There also are non-responders and responders to creatine. So usually your responders are your elite explosive athletes, your fast twitch fiber people, and also very sedentary people who are very low in creatine. And then your non-responders would just be your people who don't work out a lot, who have a lot of creatine in their body, so they eat a lot of red meat, stuff like that, which will make them pretty much not responders to creatine. But for the most part, about everyone responds to about 5 grams a day. Since you understand the basics of creatine, let's just go over like some things you should know. You should only be taking creatine monohydrate. There's stuff like creatine HCl and a bunch of other type of creatines that are just not good. They're for supplement brands to make more money, and most of the time there's not a lot of research behind it. But with creatine monohydrate, there's a lot of research that you should take, you should read, because it's out there for everyone. It shows that creatine monohydrate is actually backed up by science, and it works very well for everyone. So mainly just take creatine monohydrate. Now, what to take creatine with? You don't really need to take creatine with anything. I suggest a carb though. Most of the time, most people have creatine right before workout, so you obviously want carbs before you work out. That way you'll have energy and you can put it with the creatine. So maybe like some orange juice, mix the creatine in there. Creatine does have kind of like a salty type of taste, so you don't want to have it by itself like just pure water. It's gonna be hard to take down. Now, there are actually some benefits to taking the creatine afterwards. Creatine's main benefit is that it actually helps you recover. So a lot of people like to take it post-workout to kind of like jumpstart your recovery for your next day. If you're lifting very, very heavy weights, let's say you're maxing out like 3 times a week, it's gonna take a couple days for you to really recover from that much volume. So it's really good for your elite type athletes or lifters to really take creatine right afterwards, that we can regenerate and then lift heavy weight again by Wednesday. Let's say you start on Monday, you go by Wednesday, and you don't have to like be out for like 4 days just because you kind of pushed it a little. A lot of people ask, should you load creatine? Don't load, just do 5 grams a day. People want you to do 20 grams a day. These studies show that it works or whatever, just because they want the supplement brands to make more money. You're just wasting creatine. Even if it takes 30 days to come in and start getting its an actual effect, you're probably gonna feel it like day 2, day 3. So don't just believe into the hype where it's just like, oh, I have to take 20 grams, I have to waste all this creatine, and you have to really, just dump a lot of water into your body and a lot of creatine. There's a lot of powder in your body that make you have some digestive issues and a lot of other issues you don't really want. So just stick to 5 grams a day and keep it at 5 grams a day. A lot of people ask, should I take creatine on my off days? Yes, you're supposed to take creatine every single day. If you were to hop off creatine for like a week straight, you would pretty much restart. And to have that inconsistency where you just stopped on Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday through Friday you took creatine, your body wouldn't really ever really get the absorption that it needs. So just take it 7 days a week. A lot of people want to know about the side effects to creatine. There's a couple of side effects, but it's not really backed by science, so everyone kind of has their own opinion about it. I know a lot of people who take creatine and they're big on like the creatine kind of raises their anger, so their anger will raise. Creatine does cause a lot of dehydration, so you have to take a lot of water to creatine, but you're also drinking a lot of water when you take creatine, so it's kind of like a weird mix. So you just have to be prepared for that type of thing. You will bloat. You might put on 1 to 10 pounds possibly, more around like the 1 to 5 pounds. We have to realize that that is water weight, and it's usually just from the creatine powder or just the amount of water you're drinking. It's not actual muscle you're putting on. So if you put on like 5 pounds in like 2 weeks, don't think you actually put on 5 pounds in 2 weeks. just remember that it's mainly water bloat, and it's gonna, you know, make your muscles look pretty bloated, but it's nothing crazy. And there's also stuff like the hair loss thing. If you see creatine, it's making your hair loss, and you're, you know, getting like 10 or 20 more strands out of hair every single time you take a shower, then just stop creatine completely, just cut it short. It doesn't keep going after you start creatine. It doesn't, like, you know, jumpstart your hair loss like 10 years earlier or anything like that. It will cause some, if you know, genetically you have that type of issue. It doesn't happen for most people. If you do have that issue, it will cause some hair loss, but then it'll just stop once you stop. So those are the things you need to know about creatine when it comes to buying the right brand. Just make sure it's not by some crazy company that's just trying to get money out of you. Make sure it's just monohydrate, not mixed with anything else. Take 5 grams a day. It's cheap. It's super well, like, you can get a lot for just about $20. So just go grab it, go to Walmart, buy some online. Keep it simple. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell.